row, 5 poles in a row for Fabio Quartararo, with the two factory Ducatis of Jack Miller and Johan.
Away we go in MotoGP. Not a brilliant start from Jack Miller initially as the lights went out, and Quartararo has bolted down. He's catching back up. He's going to try and outbrake him. He does just pick up Quartararo to lead.
How vital could that be? Fires himself up into second place. Quartararo got the dream launch off the line, but he's been knocked back to third.
That was a great move for him.
The inside of Pecco Bagnaia, who's had a disastrous start for him. He's losing places already. Zarco was in white.
He's shot.
He's lost 4 places already. 9th he started, he's 13th through
Zarco.
Yeah, Zarco's getting beaten up, isn't he, on this opening lap? Oliveira, he's not going to be close enough to attack Miller into this revised turn 10.
Rossi, likewise, his teammate lost quite a few places.
The Italians have had a shocker. 11th, he's not been able to capitalise at all on that.
On the exit there, onto the start.
Stunning first lap though, a world champion's first lap from the world champion. Mir started 10th, already into 4th.
And Johan Zarco wide there from Miller, that allows Miguel Oliveira through.
We'll hear that factory Suzuki behind him. Aleix Espargaro's had an excellent first lap and a half here. Quartararo to Mir and Aleix Espargaro just getting a little bit impatient there on Miller, wasn't he, through turn 7?
You don't often...
With no way through at the moment. Oliveira then still leads. They drop down through the last couple of corners. These beautiful back to 5th after getting a little bit impatient.
We head down towards turn 1 then. It's KTM, Ducati, Suzuki, Aprilia, Ducati, because Zarco's just gone past Quartararo
from the Italian. That was about half a second quicker than anybody else on the circuit so as well, Steve.
Yeah, that was on the start-finish straight.
Yeah, that was the... he's got it back. He's got it back at turn 5. So
happened then. This is how it all happened. He went deep. So late on the brakes, outbraked himself. Then it was scrappy on exit. He went in the green and he lost 2 places.
Everybody fighting for the same piece of tarmac. 2 bikes into 1 just doesn't work out. You can see Vinales to the back. Lap 3 to be completed. Can Zarco get in Quartararo's slipstream and blitz him on the...
Yeah, looking up to the Aprilia there of Aleix Espargaro. Miguel Oliveira then, so far so. Marquez as well. He's closing in on this group. Look at the number 93 just on the tail now of Johan Zarco.
Really, really strong start.
There's Miguel Oliveira that still leads by 4/10 of a second now.
In years, out-drag a Ducati.
And the problem is that's given Oliveira drop back to 4th. He can see Oliveira trying to bolt, so can Quartararo. Marquez is now up to 6th.
Pressure or temperature, Quartararo gets through on Aleix Espargaro into turn 4.
Marc Marquez from 13th on the grid to 6th. He's in the groove here. Has crashed out. The difficult start to 2021, unfortunately.
Marc Marquez was going to fire up the inside of Aleix Espargaro there through turn number 11. There was no way through.
Top 10 of all that lap number 4 on board here with Joan Mir. He will not outdrag the Ducati of Miller through turn 1. Maybe just outbraking himself into turn 1. Through goes Marquez and
Zarco getting up the inside of Repsol Man into turn number 4. These two will not be scared about...
Goes Aleix Espargaro as well. Some fantastic battles in the early stages here.
Yeah, this group
here then is now moved
somebody's down
to
the back. That's one of the Tech 3 KTMs, I think.
It's Petrucci, isn't it? I think it might be Danilo Petrucci. The Aprilia there of Aleix Espargaro moves up 1 spot into 6th.
Yeah, I mean, Miller was a full second slower than now. Makes pretty light work of Joan Mir.
Well, now he can start hitting
in turn 3.
Helicopter view of the battle for 2nd. I'm sure are pretty happy with what they're seeing. Oliveira it is that leads.
So he was, again, just not quite as quick as Quartararo.
Oh, he's got...
Yeah, just not at the races at the moment. Morbidelli, I mean, he's about half a second slow on that last lap
behind them. The gap came down through sector 2.
Taka Nakagami's been issued with a long lap penalty.
He's gone down again. The 3rd consecutive race that the 8-time world champion has crashed out. Good.
And 10. Well, he got away with it 2 years ago when Jorge Lorenzo became a wrecking ball, didn't he? On Vinales, Davizio. He was looking good for a top 6 challenge here today. Getting onto the back of this league quartet. At the back of it is Jack Miller.
Binder and Pecco Bagnaia.
Performance can change. Zarco is not going to win the game of braking there against Miller down into the first corner. They do punish both front and rear tyre.
Yellow when he finished 2nd to Fabio Quartararo, he was just in a world of his own. Can he?
Good on corner entry and turning. He's able to flick that top speed record. Now then, Nakagami is going to have another long lap penalty.
Tyre conservation mode for Mir. Because he got such a great start, he's well placed, Joan Mir, here at the moment. Marc Marquez getting a lift from the Leopard Honda team.
This is not the first time in his career so easily done here into turn 10. front end just washing out from underneath. New tarmac into turn 10, and I'm afraid to say not even
have both crashed out here.
I was just wondering for how much longer Aleix could hang in there, because on our tyre graphic he's got the soft rim. They're already out of their home Grand Prix.
Well, that's given Maverick Vinales some clear air in the background. Pecco Bagnaia tyre up, but he's going through on turn 5.
You can see
leads.
that was coming all the way from Oliveira's KTM, so can Oliveira
try and get as close to the tail unit as possible to Quartararo? We'll keep our eyes peeled. It'll be enough for him not to be slipstreamed.
It's the corner speed to break the slipstream from Zarco, and he's going to try and do the same here to Oliveira.
Simon, your thoughts on the midway point?
In previous races, even in Moto2 and again today, is how well he handles, pointed out Steve, and I want to know if that will come into play at the end of the race.
And can he just pick up that slipstream? Quartararo will punch a big hole in the air for the KTM man here. Now then,
move from Miguel Oliveira. Fantastic stuff. This is more of a race.
Be close enough this time around to lunge. Has caught out the best in Motogp. He was a long way further around the corner than Marc Marquez was when he'd
do so much hard work in the first 6 or 7 laps. He is 100% saving something here, Joan Mir. There on Mir, not close enough. Lecuona's doing a fantastic job. Ika Lecuona, shout out to him after the 2 crashes.
Eases on by, blitzes Joan Mir's factory Suzuki. That's got to be so deflating and demoralising for Mir. Nothing
deliberately to try and make life a bit more difficult for Joan Zarco, but there was no stopping the Bologna Bullet powering
ahead of him, doing a fantastic job. This is certainly one of Lecuona's best dry race appearances.
Miller's gone through on Joan Mir now as well.
Did the elder of the Espargaro brothers, and that's why he's able to keep Vinales behind him.
This is fascinating, Matt. This is Rossi has crashed out here, and the disappointing season continues. What has happened there? It looks like he lost that.
Just the ride height device, guys.
The ride height device has gone into action.
It's more than that. It's nearly half a second now, the gap between the 2 top men. And here comes Vinales in the slipstream behind.
They've done another commentary curse on Lecuona.
An unlucky turn 13 being with combination, a chance to give him the opportunity to win or on the podium here on Sunday. That's exactly as it's panned out. Vinales still trying to find him in the braking zone for the first corner.
Brad Binder will be frustrated, back in 8th place behind on the factory Ducati.
40.9 from Oliveira on that last lap. That's his slow.
Get it into a race-winning machine. Miguel knows all about that. Twice a winner himself.
Ever Grand Prix podium here back in 2012. Miguel Oliveira behind Maverick Vinales and Sandro Cortese.
Marbling going on the edges. 18 laps on the medium front hard rear tyre. We're entering that stage.
He'll be cutting a frustrated figure at the moment. Still no way through on Mir, who's making that Suzuki error at the moment.
A few days perhaps.
Yeah, tonight maybe.
Just further back there you can see
Miguel is earning a few.
Got the answer. It's not working out for him. It doesn't look like at this stage. This one or Miller. Here comes Binder up the inside of Bagnaia. He needed to do that about 4 or 5 laps ago. Jack Miller was the fastest to
get close enough to show him that front wheel. Look at that consistency from Oliveira. Stunning. How many 40 points? Can you believe this? Fabio Quartararo may well lose the podium. There's still 3 and a bit laps remaining. That factory Yamaha ahead of him. Quartararo's got big bother here.
Yeah, there he goes. Bye-bye. Through
slow-mo replay, Steve. We saw how much graining there was on the right-hand side of Quartararo's front tyre.
And here of Quartararo. This was earlier on. See, a bit uncomfortable. He's got his leathers though. Got some sort of issues. He's taking his chest protector out there. Go. And the trouble is,
can you believe it? I mean, he had his arm pump issues in Jerez.
I've never seen any sort of problem with his leathers. Miller then up the inside. It will be a block pass. He will move up into 3rd place, and the man
trying to hang on to a podium here.
I'm not in. Go. Has not won a MotoGP race. This is 73rd attempt. He's not won since Valencia.
Will he be black flagged? Will there be a DQ? It's all down to the last lap then. Oliveira versus Zarco a couple of years ago when he left KTM halfway through a 2-year contract. We thought his MotoGP career was over, and he
will try and line up the move. Can he get close enough, crucially,
to Miller in the back of your picture? Can he find a way through on Quartararo? No, he can't. Miguel Oliveira, normally in these situations, has got a 3-second penalty. His podium has gone.
The checkered flag is out, and it looks like this one is Miguel Oliveira's. Oliveira wins on the factory KTM here. Ibasa moves up 1 spot. But take a bow, Miguel Oliveira.
Unbelievable. absolutely brilliant in Barcelona. What a job he did. What's happened to Fabio Quartararo's leathers? His front tyre we saw was great.
Incredible. I don't think that's right. That championship standings, that's wrong.
Yeah.
That graphic is...
Jack Miller's on the podium. Miguel Oliveira,
This is, well, this was the shortcut, we know.
Lost the front, didn't he?
Get hat off to this young man who said at the start of the year, I can be the World Championship